Hey guys, what's up? Brandon Giovanni from Rorschach Media here, and I'm here to review the brand new LG Nexus 4. It's Google's newest and greatest addition to the Nexus family, and well, let's find out if it's worth it. The phone is only $300 to $350 depending on whether you get 8 or 16 gigabyte versions of it, but it's packing a lot of power for that. It's got a quad-core Snapdragon S4 Pro processor, 2 gigabytes of RAM, 1.5 gigahertz, and it's got an 8 megapixel rear camera, and a pretty nice design at that too. So it's not like you're buying a phone, and this is unlocked, of course, not on a 2-year contract. And it's not like you're buying a phone, and it's cheaply made and stuff. Like we've seen, some maybe Virgin mobile phones really cheap made. This is a really high-end device for an amazing price. But is it only the price talking, or is the phone actually worth it? Let's find out. So, first thing is the design. Now, LG went with the glass style design. It looks a lot like the LG Optimus G, with the glass front, Gorilla Glass, of course, and the back is also Gorilla Glass. And while that could be a problem, now we've all known like the iPhone 4 incidents, you drop it, breaks on both sides. Probably same goes for here. But, you can always get, like, I have on the Zag Invisible Shield and stuff to prevent stuff like that, get a case or whatever. But overall, it's a really nice looking phone. In the back, I don't know if I can catch it on camera, needs a light. You got this really nice Nexus design style on the back that really looks cool. You can show it off and stuff. The one speaker is right here. The camera placement is right here. I'm not a huge fan of flash being under. I don't know why. It just looks kind of weird, but it's okay. In the front, it looks like all Nexus devices, like the G-Nex and stuff, where you got the camera right here, the front-facing camera, the speaker phone, then you got the notification light right here, and then on the left side is the volume keys, and on the right side is the power button. And in terms of design, it's quite nice. Now, it's not my personal favorite, but I really like the design of it. I really do like the design of it. Now let's take a look at new stuff that comes with it. It's running 4.2 Jelly Bean. Of course, it comes with additions like lock screen widgets and things like that. It's running 4.2.1 Jelly Beans. Yay. And it is a really great device. Knowing that you have a Nexus device, so you're not going to wait like, I own also an HTC One X, and right now it's January 14th, and I'm still running ICS on AT&T. So it's kind of annoying. With Nexus, you'll always know you'll have the latest and greatest, which is really nice. Now, the display. The display of the device is a 720p screen. It is a little bit wider than like HTC One X or Galaxy S3, but just a little bit. And it adds for some new things, like you can have an extra row right here, and it's a little smaller, but you can have an extra row. When watching a video on YouTube, and I'll go more into that later, you have a tiny bit of letterboxing on top, but it's really, really tiny. It's not really noticeable, so it's fine, but you get a little bit wider, and it is kind of noticeable. Like when I'm using the One X and this, it's kind of noticeable, the difference in the wideness of the screen. Of course, like all Nexus devices, you got these types, virtual buttons on the phone, so they do take up a little bit of real estate of the 4.7-inch display, which I don't find such a huge problem because I really like these type of buttons. But yes, you do lose a little bit from the screen. Now talking about display, it is a really nice display. The colors are really nice on it. Let's just see if we can go. Sorry about that. Go see some pictures. But the colors are really, really nice on it. They all stick out extremely nicely. As you can see, the yellow is just really bright, and everything just looks great on the phone. It's really good, but compared to like the One X, I still prefer the HTC One X over this display. The viewing angles on this one aren't as great. I don't know if you can notice on the phone. I mean, I don't really care much for it. It's not like I'm going to look at my phone from a, huge degree angle, but the viewing angles aren't as great as, on the One X you can turn it like fully and it'll still look amazing. But it's okay. But in terms of other things like speed, that's where it's good. Running that Snapdragon S4 Pro processor, you're going to run into very tiny amounts of lag, if any. The phone just does everything at a snap. No matter what you throw at it, it just really does a great job, whether it's widgets, on the home screen, having lots of them, no slowdown at all. If you have a lot of apps open also, you won't slow down. And it's just really snappy, which is really great. Running that Jelly Bean 4.2, it's awesome. Now let's take a look at some new things that 4.2 added. Like, first of all, lock screen widgets. You can swipe, you can add. So I got messaging here. I'll show a message later. Then you can always add more. So you can have like calendar, digital clock, flashlight, Gmail, messaging, sound search, and more will be added as time passes. And it's really useful. Like, at first when it was announced, I was kind of like, oh, that's dumb. I just, I could just pull this down and go into messages. But then I'm like, it's really useful because I don't even have to unlock the phone. I can just go into messages, click on the person I want to reply to, and reply. So it's really useful, and it's a great addition, and hopefully other phones will get it with the addition of 4.2. Now, the phone comes pre-installed with no carrier apps. Awesome. So, no AT&T stuff and things like that, because it is an unlocked device. It comes with all the Google stuff. It comes maybe, I think when you got it with this page, and maybe like 2 rows of this page. So that's awesome. Not a lot of bloatware. Now, this is a 16 gigabyte model, no expandable memory, which is a little bit disappointing, but then again, it's $350. And then again, if you get an HTC for like $600 unlocked, you're still not getting expandable memory. But out of the box, it comes with about 12.92 gigabytes. There we go. 12.92 gigabytes. So you do lose a little. And, Google's kind of counting, I'm guessing, on using cloud services. I personally use Dropbox, storing pictures and stuff. But I've been fine with the 16 gigabytes, basically because I've been used to it for so long now. But if I did have expandable memory on my other phones, it would be pretty hard to get used to. So let's take a look at the web browser. Now, it comes with Chrome pre-installed, and wait, I don't want the Chrome beta. Chrome. It comes with Chrome pre-installed. You do not get the stock web browser, the ICS one, which I really like. Now, Chrome is a good web browser, but it could be better, I personally think. It is a really nice web browser, though, so let's hit, like, Yahoo. See it loading now. This is connected to my Wi-Fi. As you can see, very fast, very responsive, scrolling. Now let's hit desktop site. And there we go. As you can see, just really fast. There's no problem whatsoever with loading a page. And Chrome, of course, has some awesome things like being able to switch tabs like this. So I do really like Chrome. And the new beta, if you haven't tried it out, you can download it, add some faster speeds and stuff. Pinch to zoom, extremely smooth. Zoom in, as you can see. Just really, really nice. No lag whatsoever. CNET Stafford quiz, and I guess let's just click on that, see how fast it opens it. But the speeds have been really awesome. And this is using Wi-Fi, so one thing to remember is this phone does not have LTE. So you won't be able to connect to those huge speeds you can get on AT&T, for instance. Before this, I had the 1X running on LTE, and so now I'm using HSPA. And personally, I'm not all that, lost about it. It's pretty good, actually. LTE, yes, is fast. It's extremely fast. I used to get here in the Los Angeles area like 23, 24 megabytes, so I can install a video in an instance, no problem. But here with this, I'm still getting pretty good speeds at around like, the max I've had was actually 14 megabytes a second, which was pretty good. Right here, I would want to do a speed test. I'll do it on the Wi-Fi, but turn off Wi-Fi. Let's see if it'll do it. Off. But I don't have signal here. Not really good signal. Let's just see what it gets. So this is, based here because in my house I have really bad signal. Yeah, it's probably not even gonna start. Yeah, it's gonna take, oh, here we go. Yeah, it's just not good. I have horrible signal here. But the speeds aren't that bad. If you're entirely used to LTE, then yeah, you'll maybe lose a bit, but they're still really nice. You can watch YouTube, web browse perfectly, no problem on it. Now, Let's take a look at the messaging with the new 4.2 keyboard. This is the new layout. Or sorry, not new, this is the same layout. Sorry, my voice going there. So let's go to text messaging. Now the keyboard is basically the same as the ICS one in terms of how it looks. But now you got swipe, which, you know, a lot of phones have had before. And it's really, really nice. I see myself using it a lot when I'm one-handing. It's perfect for one-handing and go, you know, dinner is late or something like that. But very responsive, very, very nice. Very nice keyboard. Multitasking, of course, you got that always. It's an Android. Now let's take a look at the camera. Now this is an 8 megapixel camera. So let's take a look at the app first. The app is different than it was on ICS, that's for sure. So now it's more focused on having everything within hand. So you can go right here and, you know, switch, toggle, whether you want flash on or off, automatic, whether we want front camera. As you can see, the front camera is pretty good. Got that. Then you click anywhere you want to focus. Sorry. Click anywhere you want to focus it, and it works nice. Of course, you got photosphere. I personally did not use it much. It's cool to show off, but I don't see huge use for it. But maybe eventually, we'll see. Panorama, recording. So it doesn't come with as many features as, let's say, like the camera on the Sense does, or the camera overlay on the Sense, or TouchWiz and stuff like that, where you can do all these different things. But now, let's say you take a picture. I forgot. It's one thing I'm not used to, so let's switch like that. So let's say you take a picture. Let's go right here. You can edit directly from here. So if I go right here, and it's basically like an Instagram style. You can do black and white, blue, and just completely switch it, crop it and stuff, and then put it on Instagram if you want. Or you can do it directly from Instagram. But, you know, it's cool. It really brings customizability to it. But let's take a look at the camera itself. Let me just bring in something. For instance, let's look at the PS Vita. So let's take the picture. Excuse me for a second. So this is with flash. And now this is the little problem I have. When it's lower light, so when it's good lighting, it takes beautiful pictures. Just really, really nice pictures. But the flash on it just isn't that great. It seems to really get in the way. It overdoes it, and as you can see, it captures some nice details. You can see the dust and stuff, but it overdoes it. But see, like when the lighting is perfect, and see, it looks really nice and sharp. So it's not the best camera you'll get around on smartphones these days, but it's a perfectly usable camera. And you know, once again, you're paying $300. It's really good for that. Stay tuned for part 2 where we take a look at many more things, and thanks for watching.